Hello, everybody. My name is Zarchaos, and welcome to the table. I hope you enjoy your stay. I am playing Hollow Home, and first thing that pops up is this trigger warning. Let's read it all together. This game contains the sounds of explosions and air raid sirens, which may cause discomfort and trigger painful memories. Viewer discretion is advised. This is important because this game is set in Mariupol during the beginning days of the war. Of Russia's fucking invasion. Heroyam Slava. Hey Ravani, how are you doing? I'm already crying. The question is, will I be able to play the game without breaking down? I can't do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm so mad. I'm so sad. Come on. Come on, Sal. You can do it. Press start game. One of the greatest gifts to mankind is certainly sleep. To drift away from worldly concerns is a blessing. Sadly, it's one that's easily broken, usually in the most annoying way possible. I feel that. You roll over and yawn, but the melodic ring of the phone pays no mind to your pathetic defense attempt. Instead, it gets louder, demanding your attention. Morning already? You grab your phone and look at the screen. Bad news, you're late for school. Good news are that you've learned a lesson about the inexorability of the passage of time. 9:30 p.m. February 23rd, 2022. Might as well ditch school altogether. Your mom would be furious as a heretical thought, but thankfully, both she and Dad are out of the city. The last week you've been left almost completely to your own devices, save for an obligatory evening phone call. A time will come for you to suffer the consequences of your actions, but that's the headache of future you. The current you, however, has a nagging feeling that you're missing something important. Did you forget to do the dishes? And at least under the tip of Mountain Dirty Ridge is the tap. It's something else. After a minute of excruciating mental effort, finally Vika. Yesterday you and her hatched a brilliant plan to skip vascular. 9 a.m. You're half an hour late. Notice to stand up. Now that the hardest part is over, you need to put some threads on. Grab your backpack and get some grub. You must hurry. Not going to wait for your lazy butt forever. Alright, let's grab my phone, my stuff. Put my clothes on. One with you a faint smell of washing powder and a heap of clothes that resembles some kind of unfortunate fantasy creature. Usually, the magical presence of your mom prevents it from forming, but with her aura gone, it now thrives here. You reach inside, it shakes its cotton guts up a little bit and takes out some relatively clean rags. Today you feel like wearing. Who knows, we'll go to the sports ground. Confidence. Ooh. Athletics. Ordinary morning. A bookshelf. Who likes it? You prefer lighter, more adventurous genres when you're in the mood to read, of course. Alright, fam, let's go. Oh, there's a highlight. The cooker could definitely use some cleaning after a week of self-sufficiency on your side, but you're got neither time nor will for that right now. You've been familiar with cooking since childhood. Your parents are busy people, which means you've learned early on how to use the microwave, the time to cook sausages, and why one should taste milk before pouring it on cereal, but that's about it. Mom left you money for groceries and stocked the fridge with food. Also, decide what you want. I don't have any handiness. Let's make some sandwiches. Ready? The kitchen's cool. Check the fridge. Some leftover. Oh. This is a pretty decent game, I would say. You know what? There's still a poster over here. A famous rock band. Your taste in music comes from your dad and doesn't resonate with most of your classmates. But you and Vika are on the same wavelength. Alright. Picture of your family. Do list. No characters. Do. Athletics. Classic Fallout feel, yeah. This is very... Alright, let's see. I have a ability to get a level up. Let's get sociability up there. Fan, yeah, I like that. Ooh, I still have... I guess I have enough XP for... You know what? I'll go with alertness. Yeah, there we go. February 23rd. The level of depressed I'm feeling is very high right now. There we are. Given the premise of the game, alertness feels very handy to get it early. Yep. Tatiana Horletska. Grandma Tanya, thank you. The older woman that's tidying up the hallway greets you with a suspicious stare. You're immediately reminded that you are an alien when you're out of school during class hours. This time of day belongs to the people with free time. The unemployed, the retired, and those who don't give a damn. You belong to neither. Good morning, young man. Tatiana Worldska, Vika's grandma, and your neighbor greets with a hint of steel in her voice and a silent question. She knows the answer, but he wants you to say it, like you really mean it. Alright. Make a very morning, Grandma Tanya. I'm really late for school again. You don't call your parents, do you? Just make sure you're on time tomorrow. Judging by the bucket and mop she's been tidying up, considering her vulnerable age and health problems, you're only left to wonder where does she get the energy to keep not only her flat, but the whole hallway in order. How are you? Oh, I'm fine, darling. God willing, I'll keep going for a while, with Vika helping me as she does. Vika and her grandma make up a formidable power duo. It's hard to tell who looks after who more, but Vika became self-sufficient way before her years because of her grandma's poor health. And Tanya pulls herself together really well for her granddaughter. Ah, Grandma Tanya, you're cool. Has Vika left? She mentioned that she would wait for you, but she must be at school already. White knows that her grandma doesn't go out much. Her age makes it difficult going down the stage. I heard the situation on the border heats up. Do you think it'll pass? I don't know, Max. I like to believe that neighbors can always come to an agreement. Seen too much wars in my lifetime. I mean, you're as old as the Soviet Union, ma'am. I'm pretty sure you were alive during World War II. something that she tried to bury deep inside. I'm sorry. Second World War took her father. The war of Afghanistan left her without a husband. Her son and daughter-in-law perished during the tumultuous events of 2014. So your father told you. I'm sorry about asking, ma'am. I shouldn't have asked. Please take care. I feel bad. She was alive for World War I, yeah. Alright. None of those rooms are for me. I know this is a tutorial, so there's no voice acting, but it would be really nice if there was. You find Vika exactly where you expect her to be. Could be worse, you think? She could be freezing in not so hospitable February weather, while only waiting for you. So she seems a lively conversation with a local street sweeper, an aging man by the name of Alexei Sukin. I mean, it's also a demo. True. It's interesting, but very sad. Imagine getting killed in your own pool for something you didn't do. That's an unusual topic they're talking about. Why must so many stories end tragically? That makes sense. Typical Vika book nerd discussion. To teach the readers a lesson, happiness comes and goes, sweetheart. But sadness changes us forever. Some say it's the only thing that could change the nature of a man. Uncle Leosha. Seems like a very bleak outlook to me. Let's talk about that again in a few years. Oh. You say a few years, but I don't think you live that long, sir. Depression! Depression! It doesn't sound condescending as adults in such conversations usually do. Some stuff has to be lived through, not told about. Yeah. 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 100%. Although a tragical but well executed ending is way better than just a clumsy wrap up. Or worse, an oh so unexpected twist, like some TV shows do. Vika still can't come to terms with how Game of Thrones ended. She ran it for weeks and you were the unlucky recipient, as Grandma Tanya forbade her from watching that horrible adult show. They finally noticed your approach. Vika. Fam. I feel you. I know. I'm still waiting for book 5. I'm still waiting for book 5, and I refuse to watch the show because I knew it would suck. Especially when they were also waiting for the last book. So they had to make it bullshit to end the show. And George R. R. Martin refuses to actually finish it because he's a lazy bum. I have opinions. I have a lot of opinions when it comes to Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire. So many opinions. Many of them are correct. They ran into the Full Metal Alchemist problem. Yes. They did. Anyway, I was making coffee, so I'll be right back. I really like the art in this game. It's so nice. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my coffee and I have to give some more context on this show. Or video game. This is a Ukrainian game made by a Ukrainian indie studio. This is the actual city Mariupol that this is based on. The characters are all fictional, but they did talk. But during development, they did talk to actual survivors of the city. So some of their stories might actually be in the game. Get anyone coming in here saying that Russia did nothing wrong. Instantly ban them, Ravani, please. I don't want to see that. I never want to see that. Anyone who says that could get fucked. There's opinions, and then there's blatantly false information. Pisses me off immensely. Anyway, let's continue. Look like a cat dragged in. Stayed up like playing video games again. Aletsky frowns with mock disapproval, yet his smile is understanding. Despite his age, he tries to keep up with the times, and thanks to you and Vika, he has an accurate idea what kids are into today. What can I say? I'm a night person. By the way, what was that about killing in pools? We were discussing literature. Vika tried to get me into fantasy again. I acquainted her with the classics. So far, we're going 1-to-1. Uncle Lairsh is still not sold on trying video games, though. I'd really like to, honest, but I just don't see myself doing this. My hands aren't what they used to be, and I still have to work every day, even though I'm retired. At least you have an explanation. Max just fools around all day long and still can't be on time. What time did we agree to meet, sleepyhead? You sigh hard. It's never easy to argue with Vika, even under the best of circumstances. In the morning, when the mind's still foggy, it's better not to try at all. Huxley. Dog! Alesky's dog suddenly raises his muzzle, looks off into the distance, and dashes away without warning. Out, and it comes off the house. The only good Z is the Z that's catching Z's 6 feet below thriving sunflowers. 100% true. Anyone who says otherwise are liars and morons. Huxley, stop! Where are you going? Oh, what's gotten into him? Alesky closes his eyes and rubs the temples with one hand. Evidently, this is not the first time when Huxley runs off, then raises his eyes and looks at you. Max, can I ask you a favor? Bring him back for me, please. I've already apologized to the neighbors too many times this week. Easy peasy. Be back in a minute. Thank you. I'll do it myself, but he's too fast for me nowadays. Just follow the barks and you'll find him. Can I ask for one more favor? Sure, what is it? Bring this wrench to Koscientin, please. I brought it a while ago, but he hasn't taken it back yet. He's in this garage, no doubt. His car is acting up again. Poor old thing. I'll wait you here. Come back when you find Huxley. Eh. Do-do-do. Huxley. Where could Huxley be? Oh. Man, I can't wait. Direction of the shop. As your person starts barking, you see a scuffle beat and an unfortunate disabled man. This local ne'er-do-well. I'm not gonna try to say his name. And he's in trouble. Uncle Sotnik. Ah, shit, get off me. Max, help me out, will ya? Get this furry piece of shit away from me, for what I'll do. Tries to keep yapping Huxley at bay with his foot. Huxley can't stand him, and the feeling is mutual. You hear a growl, and Huxley sinks his teeth into Sotnik's foot. Let me go, Okara! Let me go! Buckles. He could have performed on the stage. Huxley, stop! Bad boy! And backs down. Make some guilt and respect. You'll see. Let's kill someone. I really hope it isn't me. He's all bark and no blight. Listen. Is your foot okay? I have antiseptic on me. I have rabies. Oh, I have a few kind words. So don't worry. He's as healthy as a dog can be. Why is he mad at me? I haven't messed with him not one time. Thanks, by the way. Get him out of my face. Huxley looks at the victim with puppy eyes, but you see right through the rat's skull. This will happen again. No need to tell Sotnik, though. He suffered enough already. There we go. I've gotten dog. I'm happy to have dog. Dog is friend. What's there? Huxler. Pet the dog. Get to pet the pauper. Pet the pauper. Alright, what are you barking at, pauper? Oh. Who's a good boy? Goodest boys. All dogs are goodest boys. Play with Huxley. Give the stick to Huxley. Wrapping it around it. However, he gets bored of it pretty quickly. The teeth and looks at you. Try to take the stick back. to pretend to try to take it away. Aw, Pupper. Huxler is the poppest. The poppest of wuppus. This makes the game better than it was, because I have the poppers. I brought Huxley. I hope everything is okay. The dog immediately greets his owner by vigorously rubbing it against his leg, which leaves it covered in hair. Aleksey greets him with a small snack that he produces from his pocket. Bit Uncle Sotnik's leg. Again. Not again. Dumb. Again. Shyly shakes his head. What's in between you two? Cut it off. He's certainly a dog, but parries his gaze with those puppy eyes. Come on, learn that one trick and now he knows I can't be mad at him. Can't you recommend something to read for me? Try Mark Twain. You have many things in common with some of his characters. Resourceful, restless, and independent. Notice that you're not yet familiar with the American classics, per se worth giving a shot. Just add antidepressant pupper. Yes! Dogs make the world better! And if only we could replace world leaders with dogs. Replace all presidents and prime ministers with dogs. And the world would be a better place. Because dog. I like that idea. Have you heard what is happening at the border? Fred's bud, yes. I heard, Max. I think everything will work out. This is only about us, but also about the West. No one needs a war in the heart of Europe. Sooner or later, they'll find a solution. Retains a surprisingly optimistic outlook on life, despite living in the USSR. Sometimes you wonder how it's possible. You've never figured it out. Everything you've heard about the Soviet era seems bleak. Alright. I also needed to... I need to go there. Okay. Well, before... Okay, so... I think the dog was in front of the shop that I was supposed to be at, so... Oh, for God's sake, can I watch one episode in peace, Timmit? Nina Ashen, the local shopkeeper, looks indignantly at the old TV set. It broadcasts solid white noise instead of the latest Indian soap opera. What's wrong with this TV? Yeah, it's been malfunctioning all day. Now it's stopped working altogether. I don't know what they are thinking. The woman shakes her fist at the window. She doesn't specify who these mysterious they are. Apparently, television workers. I call a technician to check the antenna, but they don't have people available. Take a look at it on the roof, and I don't have a ladder. Look the right person to climb roofs. I'll check it out. I think you can get the roof from there. You'd have to move it, though. Goodbye. Alright. Let's go do that. Do. Usually put it was such things as quickly, but this is not the case. Trying to ignore the aroma. The dumpster should be high enough to reach the AC unit out And from there you can climb to the roof. You have to move the dumpster underneath the AC. Time to get my hands dirty. Move dumpster. Alright. Then it looks... You slowly strong arm and then dust your hands off. There we go. Then we climb. Let's hope this works out. Careful, buddy. Huh. I think I know what happened. Rubbish is scattered on the roof. Dry leaves, rags, and boards left after repairs. Pile white dust on the dark tarmac. Pigeon bones, the work of local cats, no doubt. In the middle of all this splendor, you see a set of satellite dishes. One of the dishes got tired and decided to lay down like a sunflower that's got enough sun. This is probably the cause of Nina's TV misfortunes. What's the fur near the broken dish tell you a story of two cats duking it out to decide who's the boss of this roof. The perpetrators themselves are close by, looking at you with contempt reserved by feelings for bald eggs only. Upon closer inspection, you notice that the sunflower can no longer stay upright because one of the metal legs was bent. I'll support it with boards. Bit of time searching for the right board, and your design is questionable. At least the antenna points in the right direction. Alright. Well, cats. Am I right? Alright, be careful, Max. There's the boy. I fixed your antenna. It works just fine, thank you. What happened there? She looks happily at her TV. There's an Indian woman explaining to her man some intricacies of their family relationships, for some reason that you can't understand. These relationship issues spur immense interest in middle-aged women. Another mystery of life to ponder while you're young. Cats happened. They had a quarrel and knocked the antenna over. Those long-tailed rascals, I should just split them a bit. Thanks again, Max. The cats that linger outside. Alright, cool. Cats are little devils. Alright, let's go to the garage. Complete that quest. The smell of engine oil, cigarette smoke, gasoline, and who knows what other chemicals creates the unmistakable scent de garage. You wrinkle your nose as usual. At the center of the composition, you see Konstantin Kaladze, friend of your father who drives a taxi for a living. Said taxi is an old Lincoln sedan that predates the collapse of the USSR, and now it suffers another round of reanimation attempts. You can almost see a plea for mercy in its headlights, while the one and only Uncle Kostya performs his wicked tech magic. The man comes up from under the hood and wipes sweat from his forehead. What's up, Max? I brought you your wrench. Fantastic. Thanks a ton for bringing it back. Look at the car. How's their patient? Comatose, but it's fixable with the right tools. Flips the wrench from hand to hand. Can reach this thing without dead to you. Damn right I will. Nothing fires Uncle Kostya up like a good chance. He grins. Love the writing. Yep. The big question, who's the bigger child of you two? One that's frequently asked at family dinners, especially when Kostya suggests something like turning on an RC toy helicopter into a strike zone. All the while, you can almost hear the car asking for the sweet relief of oblivion. But that's not happening today. Better yet, would you help me out? The two of us will be done in no time. Sounds great. Good, now come closer. Under the hood, the old car is a maddening maze of metal and wires. For every original part, there's a few aftermarket ones, and several even look like they belong to a completely different machinery. Lincoln's engine looks like a Frankenstein's monster, one that could only be reanimated by a lightning strike, divine intervention, or Uncle Kostya's persistence. Suffice to say, Uncle Kostya is unique. Men like him are a dying breed. He can make anything, from a flashlight to a space shuttle, with only a box of parts, a hammer, a pencil, and a few strong words. Papers not in the plan. Uncle Kostya calculates it in his mind as he twists the pencil in his hand or nibbles it. An engineering education and an army service taught him to make do with what little he has on hand. What he lacks is the ability to explain his brilliant ideas, not without cursing, at least. Alright, Max, come here. I need to fix something. Okay, I'll hold the clamp while you twist these pieces of crap. Is both the lightning strike and the deity, yes. By pieces of crap, he means cylinder head belts. Yes, sir! Come on, kid. We'll bang here, spit there, and everything will come up roses. Uncle Kostya's eyes burn with the fanatical blaze of a man doing what he loves. You bend over the engine. This work is nothing new. Uncle Kostya has asked you to help with the car more than once. This is your first time under the hood. Your participation is usually limited to giving tools, holding a lamp, and providing moral support. It looks like you've been promoted you to the next stage of engineering evolution, from upright man to handyman. You're still not at Homo sapiens, but you'll get there. Let's follow instructions. You follow all of Uncle Kostya's advice as if you were a second pair of hands. Not that skillful and experienced, but filled to the brim with enthusiasm. Half an hour later, the moment of truth arrives. With the gusto of a magician, Uncle Kostya turns the ignition key, and nothing happens. Car shows no signs of life. Tough luck. Looks like we ain't driving anywhere today, Max. Aw. Scratches his head thoughtfully, looking at the stalled car. There's a look of reproach in his eyes. Same look Sukin gives to his mischievous dog. Thanks for the help anyway. I'll take it from here. I'm sorry to hear, Uncle. Alright, let's go back to Vika. I'm sorry, Vika. You can tell she's already tired of waiting. Okay, so let's see. We can go to the sports ground, but that's all. We also have the arcade R, so his boss. But first of all, we go to the shop and buy something delicious and very unhealthy. Your treat. You can argue, but first, no bullshit experiment. Fine, so let's do this. Alright. Do. Aw. Dogs. Ugh. I'm gonna feel depression when that status changes to dead. Filled with depression already. You know what? Yes, I want it to be. I want some thoughtfulness. Alright. Map. Alright. They want me to go... What for the quest? Go to the shop. Alright. Okay, back to where I already was. Well, I was at the shop. Then I left the shop. Fine, chocolate bar it is. Alright. The sports ground is the center of attraction for all the guys in the area, young and old. In turn, this makes the go-to place for girls. The passive culture, located nearby, cannot even hope to attract the same attention. However, it is empty at the moment. All the usual attendants are either at school or at work. Surrounded shrugs. So what do we do here? Doesn't look like we're gonna have much company here. Our two conformists, don't you think? We'd have to work on that. But our classmates are too boring. Don't you have other friends in the class? Nah, only you. Vega lowers her gaze, examining her shoes. Why do they interest her all of a sudden? May we do some exercise? If I wanted physical education, I would have stayed in school. Vega stops. I'm going to do some pull-ups. Well, now, Arnie, working out much? Teases you, of course. Something inside you puffs and boils. Sure how tough you are. Watch me. You approach the bar with confidence. Been working out, it's nothing new for you. You jump up and grab the bar, scuttling like cold, but it doesn't bother you. You do a slow and controlled pull-up, and then another one, and another one. Perfect execution. You let go of the bar and land like an Olympian athlete after exercise. But that's how you feel, anyway. Max, you really are strong. Comes closer and touches your bicep, admiring its toughness. For some reason, it makes you ticklish and you giggle. Right, nothing else to do here. Vazia poker. There are moments when small things that can ruin your day convert into one big, smelly pile of problem. Sometimes, most of the times, actually, it takes the form of a person. As if out of thin air, this guy materializes before you, Vasya, or Poker, as he prefers to be called as a jock, a bully, generally a dubious type. Have some spare change? He looks at you with the utmost contempt and spits out half shoes match. What else will we meet? Where else would we meet? What are you calling a kid? You're small, that's all. Get all butthurt. He looks at you and Vika with an unpleasant grin. Wash your mouth. I'm small, but I can still... Vika's here. Don't be a sissy. Probably knows more swear words than you do. Yes, I do, and I can show you the full breadth of my knowledge. Vika looks at Vazia defiantly. Shut up, I'm not talking to you. Towering over her. Piss off. Why, you little... By your breathness, he's but stops the last room. Vika's is also here. Not here. The sneezing behind the garages. Come alone. If you don't, you'll get it. Everything. Of course, I'm not going to any garages. No jerks. Yeah, I don't want to deal with a dumbass like that. It's smarter not to. The arcade welcomes you with flashing lights, blings, dings, rattles of various arcade machines. It's understandably empty at this time. So how it continues to exist in the time where everybody and their dog has a computer at home and a smartphone in their pocket with way more advanced games available anytime. It still exists, defying all odds. Maybe the whole purpose is to make people wonder such things that they visit the arcade. Maybe it's all a front for some exciting illegal activity. Or maybe some places are just too stubborn to die. Are you ready to get your butt kicked? Come on, let's go play Battleship Arcade. Two can take this, please. And looks at. Alright. Battleship Arcade. As you approach the venerable machine, starts to glow with competitive thrill. The old Battleship Arcade is her favorite. Play way more like modern games together, but this is undeniable retro charm with this one. You can see now the dirty trap laid before you. She's way better at this game than you. Are you ready to see who winks at you? Let's spice things up and make a wager. Whoever gets the lowest score buys the victor prize. Or a cup of hot chocolate at a cafe. Sure, can't beat your old score. Ooh. Watch me, and sees that you're woken up the beast in this. The fact that they're even here at all proves why the arcade still exists. Yep. She approaches the machine at the matador, approaches the bull, crunches her fingers and then the neck, puts the ticket in the receptacle. The game is on. She gets off a good start, but then her competitive and your teasing do their job. After minutes of intense button mashing and under breath swearing, Vika backs off from the machine with an angry grimace on her face. Damn it. She stomps her foot on the floor in dismay. Your plan worked, and now her score is way lower than her usual results. You only need to blow up 7 sips to win the challenge. Your turn. Okay, I can do this. I'm good at blowing things up. Damn it. Ah. I want to play again. Now that I know that I have to give at least a little bit of a lead, I can at least try. Damn it. Ship travel time is no, it's just outside the circles when you fire. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Beginner's luck, Vicascos, but you can see that she's at least a bit proud of her. She can't be mad at you for real. Get good or something. Nice, but I could do without your snarky remarks. Let's go. Get your hot chocolate. Sure, let's go. Alright, I'm out of action points. Vika is looking around as this adventure awaits around every corner. She's purring a soft melody under her breath. See, you found some. Vika's eyes flash of excitement. He's just so smart. He knows everything. Whatever he asks, he's a story about it. Similar literary tastes. I wish he was our teacher at school. There's a whole library at home. Racks of books all over the place. Read every single one. Says the first thing he bought with the first money he ever earned with a book. Some luck we have with neighbors like that. Feels like we're living on a powder keg. Yeah. Did you think about leaving the city for the time being? I don't have anyone except my grandma. She's too ill to move anywhere. Oh. Looks troubled in it. Maybe you could talk your parents into leaving? I feel better knowing you were safe. Warms with your... Alright. Alright, where's the entrance? There's the entrance. There we are. Well, it was an interesting day, full of adventure. At least good thing we skipped school, eh? My luck will run out. Now we just have to avoid getting in trouble with the teachers. They can stand me already. Don't get caught. Getting away with skipping classes. By the way, Grandma's birthday is soon. I came up with a gift and I'm going to need your help tomorrow about it, please. Okay? Thank you for today, Max. I really appreciate it. I need it. And then she goes. Yep. Ooh. And how much XP did we get? Done. Failed. Oh. Well, that's fine. It's only like 1 XP. It's fine. One would say. Let's get handiness. A note from Mom. Right.
On February 23, 2022, the whole of Europe was discussing the Russian Federation's recognition of the independence of the Luhansk and Donetsk People's Republic, which had happened the day before. It was an alarming sign because a 180,000 strong Russian army had been standing on the border between Ukraine and Russia for weeks. The situation, tense as it already was, threatened to reach a boiling point, as now Russia had a casus belli. The treaty signed between Russia and the representatives of the so-called republics envisioned Russian troops defending these occupied Ukrainian territories. Western leaders and intelligence services had been openly warning the Ukrainian authorities about the impending attack for more than a few months, but their words were received with skepticism in Kyiv, at least in public. Ukraine's top leadership reassured the nation that there would be no full-scale invasion. No one wanted to believe in the possibility of a major war in Europe.
Max, how are you? Are you alright? Mom's anxious voice comes rasping through the phone. Usually calm and measured, she is obviously agitated right now. You rub your eyes in a daze, trying to get your thoughts together. Your mother doesn't usually call this early. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. You've been playing till late at night again, and even fell asleep too tired to change clothes. Somewhere in the distance, a siren sounds. Another one answers it. What the hell is going on there? It's not even time to. What's up? The war has begun. You freeze. I know, it's kind of adorable, right? The meaning of what's been said comes through your sleepy brain trudgingly, like a hot knife through ice. And when it does, something breaks open inside you. A cold wave of sticky, suffocating fear spreads from your heart throughout your body. War? How? Max? Max? Can you hear me? Sounds like your mother has been trying to get through to you for some time, and each time her voice becomes more and more filled with fear. I'm scared, Mom. I would be too. Don't panic. Listen to me carefully, okay? Okay, close the windows and make a sleeping place in the bathroom. Take Dad's sleeping bag. Fill the tub with water and make a food supply. Buy something that has a long shelf life. Pasta, canned food, flour. Cash your card in. How's Dad? Is he okay? Your dad is in the military. Moreover, he serves at the Donbass front line. He's probably in one of the toughest spots right now, and that thought fills you with dread. Uh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Uh, Okay. Okay. Alright. Yes, yes, dear. I called him first. He says that they've been preparing for this for years. They'll manage. It's hard to say whether she's trying to calm you down or herself. How can I stay inside? I have to do something. We have to help the military hold the city. There are military men in town. They will organize it, and your task is not to get in their way. Hurry up and come back. Let's go to the border, but we'll see. Love you very much. Keep safe. A full-scale invasion has begun, and you are in the front-line town. All alone. Your heart starts pounding heavily in your chest. And this feel leaden and heavy. Your vision darkens. Is that an explosion you just heard? It comes to mind. You try to remember what he told you. True bravery isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act in the face of fear. You grit your teeth and inhale sharply. You never were a coward, and now is not the time to become one. The war has been going on for 8 years, and you have been an unwilling participant in it from the very beginning. Simply because you were born and lived in a country which the kind neighbors decided to liberate. And now escalation. Everyone warned you about it. Most people didn't believe. Don't you ever get to live peacefully? Suddenly you feel ashamed. For 8 years, the war barely touched you. Many were much less fortunate. Besides, you have loved ones in the city, and they're much more vulnerable than you are. You exhale. Now is not the time for whining. It's time to act. Alright. Fill the bathtub with water. Oh, one. Where? Away from the windows. For safety, you must follow the rule of 2 walls. If a shell hits, the first wall collapses, while the second will hopefully shield you from the debris and shrapnel. The only place where the rule can be followed is your flat in the bathroom. There's no windows, which is also a plus. We're spending the time now. Yep. Alright. Take duct tape. Right. Tape up the window. Oh, where's the duct tape? Do. No, why is the game crashing? Annoyance. Even after I had that whole episode of sadness, the game decides to crash on me? Alright, already went through a lot of this dialogue, so it's fine. Blame Russia, yes. Drew bravely, yeah. I'm not... Alright. Give me sports. There's duct tape. Alright. Dip, dip. Sausages. Let's grab this. Turn this on. Sleeping spot. It doesn't make any sense. You live in a free European country in a modern and comfortable city, but instead of going to classes or having fun, you're preparing your house for the possibility of a shell strike. It even sounds crazy. And this is what's happening. Whether you can come to terms with it or not, war has come to your home. So far, only in the form of the air raid sirens and the distant explosions. And you'll be lucky if that's all it is. If not, you can only hope that what you did would be enough to keep you safe. No matter, you remind yourself that Mom is coming back and you have to wait for her. She'll manage and set things right. You will be safe again with her at your side. That's a death flag and a half. Max, have you heard? Vika's pale, looking disheveled after a rough wake up. No doubt she also knows what's going on. Her eyes are frantic and she bit her lips to the point of bleeding. She told me about everything and gave me some tips. Shame she's not here. She doesn't know what to do. Your mother has been a role model for Vika since the moment they met. Maksym scared. Vika really missed such feelings. Aww. Everything... Me too, Vika. Me too. Is also on edge. She tried not to show it, but I know for sure. It's in Vika's essence that even when facing the most difficult circumstances, she has the power to care about others. A wonderful trait. It makes her life harder time and time again. Never speaks about how she fled the war in 2014 with her parents, how she lost them, and you have never asked. You didn't want to poke at old wounds. And now the nightmare of 8 years ago rises from his tomb, tripping his claws again. Which is why I really fucking hate it when people say the war is only from 2022. Only been 4 fucking years. For most Ukrainians, it has been fucking longer than that. So shut the fuck up. Fucking Westerners. No time to dwell on the past. Look, we are still alive, right? So what are we gonna do? Always ready to act. You suspect what you like the most about her. Stock up with supplies and follow the news. That's what Ma told me to do. Anything to go... Anywhere to go now. Max, can I ask you something for me? Grandma needs medicine. She has diabetes and she needs insulin. She has some, but it won't last long. We've been arguing about it all morning, but she also won't let me go get some. It's supposed to be free if you have a subscription. She hasn't managed to get a new one in time. We called her doctor, but he left the city already. Can you help me, please? Because it's never this eager about asking for help, but it seems Grandma Tanya was extra stubborn this time, and time has come for drastic measures. Just don't tell her I asked you, okay? I don't want to bicker with her again. Say no more. I know I can count on you. You asked me to remind you about a gift for Grandma. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot about it. Here it is. There's an old radio in another case, belt hanging. It looks like a prop from the old Star Wars movies. There's the same nave science genre look. Does it work? No. A bit happy? This is my grandma's radio, something of a family heirloom from our youth. Do you think we could fix it? I think it would be pretty cool, nostalgia. Not without outside help. Alright. Yeah, let's go to... Yeah, let's go see Uncle. I'm already kind of depressed already. Alright. Let's save the game. So if it crashes, it won't be my fault. Alright, let's go to Kostya. Uncle Kostya! Thankfully, Uncle Kostya is his usual place in his garage, still working the poor old Lincoln, just like yesterday. Even if it's a war outside. But even here you sense the change in the usual atmosphere. You didn't quite notice it before, but there's a military uniform hanging on the wall. Max, good to see you. I was just going to check up. I called your dad. He asked me to keep an eye. How's Dad doing? Is he okay? I haven't been deployed yet, so he's safe. That's good. How are you doing? As far as one can be in such a situation. Anyway, I was on the this up. It said they don't need broken old junk like me. So here I am, fixing my own piece of old broken junk. It's better to have working wheels now. How's the car? That's unfair. You're a veteran. They have more than enough volunteers. Show them the radio. I need your advice, Unk. Wow, where'd you get this dinosaur? His curiosity is evident in his paws, the rare specimen with its fingers and clicks its tongue. Vika found it. This is her grandma's radio before her birthday. It's a fine thing, though finding spares could be troublesome. Not that maybe radio enthusiasts live around these parts. So what do you need? Do you have spare parts? Well, you know, I car repairs, so don't expect a fitting find. Shuffles the stuff in one of the boxes. Guess you'll have to look somewhere else. Can you put who could that? You know who I can ask? That's your problem, alright. I guess Sotnik's sands do grow from the right place, and I used to put them on the strangest kind of stuff. He can have some spares, that is, of course, if you catch him sober. I heard about that youngster, Vasya, what's he called? Rocker, Joker, something like that. He should be found hanging around near the old shed. I hear he trades all kinds of tech, sort of. I hope he doesn't steal it. Especially if this makes you shiver. Why does it have to be him? Looking. Thanks, Uncle Kostya. Alright, I'd like to know how things end up. Yeah. Thank you very much. Ugh. Alright. Let's go to the ATM. That's needed for quest. Yeah. I don't want to talk to Vasya. I don't give a fuck about Vasya. He's a bit of an asshole and a bully. a presence of something strange, or rather, there's no line to the ATM. And there's no line to the ATM. It's out of cash. You see, shit. Get the ATM in dismay. Enough as it is. What makes matters worse is that you'll have to borrow and you will probably during the time. It looks like you'll have no other choice. Well, that's kind of stupid. Yeah. Getting trapped by cats. Since last night. Well, this game is very depressing. Then again, that's what happens when you're playing a game set in Mariupol during the start of the Russian invasion of 2022. So, there's that. The front door is locked and you don't have the key. Fortunately, you remember Nina's apartment number. You enter the number in the cold and ragged intercom panel, hoping she would be home. For what seems like to you like hours of nasty beeping, you hear a sound. Hello? Yes? Who is it? Nina whispers into the intercom, her voice. I need your help. I'm out of food. I just want to check if you're okay. So could I open the store? It'll be tough without food. I can't go back. I need to gather food in case of long siege. But it's closed. Another day or two and it will fall. Well, it didn't actually fall, so it's fine. Have you seen those military convoys? From the north, south, from everywhere? I woke up because the window rattled. Oh god, what to do, what to do? Jumping fire voice, but what to say, how to calm her down? 8th grade yet, alas. But only you and a frightened... You stay home. Most of them will go empty-headed if you stay home. A death sentence during wartime, you know. Oh no, you're right, dear. Give me a moment, I'll open the shop. There we go. I'll be there in a minute. There we go. There we are. Managed to calm Nina down. Where's the shop, by the way? Ah. This video game is my depression quest. It's not as bad as Depression Quest, but No, it's not bad at all. This is a great game. Uh, uh, you understand why I'm saying that. It's fine. Uh, yes. Alright. I need some long life food. Uh, canned food. Flour. This noodles. Pasta. That's it. How are you holding up? It's scary, of course, but thank you anyway for getting me out of my house. I've lost my head with fear. Could you... Could I borrow some cash? $100 in cash, cool. Stay safe. Alright, cool. We got groceries, mass... Let's go back home. You find Uncle Laertia looking at the sky and a bit lost. Huxley looks at his owner with concern, feeling that something is off as only a loyal dog can feel. And he starts growling nervously. Calm down, boy. It's okay. It's not okay. But I know it. Good to see you. Honestly, it could have been better. I woke with the sound of explosions, not the idea of a pleasant morning I had in mind. To drop the pretense, and you can immediately see his true age that usually hides behind a welcoming demeanor. And up heat energy in the clouds over here. Yep. Those madmen decided to go forward. The die is cast and I want to deal with it. I can only hope that someone is going to see reason among them and stop this before it's too late. We need to start negotiations. Doesn't look like you want to negotiate. I fear that you are right. It was too early to say for sure. Maybe there's something we don't know. Or maybe there's something Uncle Aisha doesn't want to believe, like everyone. Well, Uncle Lyosha, I'm sorry to say, but negotiations are a long time away. Been flashing overhead for hours now, yeah? War is here. What are we gonna do? Pray for the best and prepare for the worst. I actually have an idea and you can help me out. I'm going to clean up the basement of our house tomorrow to make a decent bomb shelter. High time we do this, I know. I started doing it by myself several weeks ago, but never finished. By the fact. I'll help. Great. Find me tomorrow then. Can you... Aw, thank you, fam. 100 in cash. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna help you out, sir. Alright. I'm gonna put... Alright. $200 cash. Cash is king. Alright. Alright. I did say this was a Zol tries game. I'm not gonna try to finish the whole demo. I think I've also had a decent cry. So I think it's within my right to quit. For now. Until I come back to this. If I come back to this. There's a huge if above my head. SpongeBob into existence. Like him waving his hands above his head and fun pops up. But it's if. Because, this game is sad. It makes me cry. Which makes it good, but also I'm really mad. So I think I'm allowed to quit and never come back. Buy the full version later on. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely you should. You should wishlist this game. You should buy the game when it comes out. And I probably will say maybe, potentially, I don't know, I hope so, I'm way too depressed. This game hurts me. In a fun way, but it's still, it hurts me, so. I'm going to exit this game. And do I end the stream here? Nah. Nah, I'm not gonna end the stream here. That would make it way too short. Actually, you can't change the title of an active YouTube stream, but I could, in theory, quit the stream, make a new stream, and play a different game. You know what? I probably will do that because I still have time for the rest of the day, for the next few hours, so I'll do that. So I will 100% be back and we'll be playing some more Skyrim. Because I like Skyrim. I need something to distract myself from the massive amount of depression I have. So I'll be back.